you are not going to make huge in the business because you don't know how to stack the deck. Till here, we built the product, we researched about the audience, we searched out the platforms on which our audience is staying, they are consuming content. But if you don't know how to stack the deck, you are not going to automate your business. And if you are not going to automate your business, you are not going to make it huge. So let me help you to stack the deck so you can get the customers automatically in the long period of your business time. Okay, but before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Pranshu, elite sales coach, and I'm helping people to become elite in their industry as well as dominate their market. Let's starting the video. While stacking the deck, before you need to understand there are a couple of factors which is going to matter. First of all, which industry you pick, what about your audience, where they are relying, what content they are consuming, what product or service you opted, how specific niche you opted, and which segment of customers you are going to help. So we already covered these parts in the earlier videos, you can watch out those. But in this video we are going to understand if you covered all those parts, previous part, then how you can stack the deck. And when it comes to stacking the deck, nobody is better than the Gary Vaynerchuk. Yeah, this person is literally awesome. Like, he's posting free valuable content, relatable content since past around 10 to 15 years on every social media platform. He has a huge team now, but when he just started out, nobody knows about the YouTube, nobody knows about the Facebook, and he was just making videos, posting content to reach out to the people, and his content is so relatable and humble that every person likes to connect with him. So let's suppose I'm the new person, and when I see a Gary Vaynerchuk post, that post is so relatable to me in my daily life that I came to understand that this person already struggled those things and he has a solution. So in this space, like, I really see himself as an expert in the daily life, so I consume his content. So there are millions of people who are following Gary Vaynerchuk, and let's assume if you're posting content, you have millions of followers, and if you step into the new market and you just started out a new business, you have a product or services, you are just posting stories, posting content about them, don't you think in millions of followers who has the trust? Just like if I am consuming the content of the Gary Vaynerchuk and that is too relatable, so in the long process I gain the trust on the Gary Vaynerchuk, definitely. So whenever he is going to post about any product or services on a social media platform, then I already trust him, so I'm going to purchase that product or services, or literally I'm going to search about that what exactly that product is, and is that product relatable to me, or is going to help me to get some transformation in my life, because everyone is seeking some transformation in their life. So when you look into that point, when you have millions of followers and they have trust on you and you post about any product or services, so even from millions of followers you can expect lakhs of sales easily, even the pre-sales also. Just like if Gary Vaynerchuk post about that he's going to build a new social media agency or any other stuff like any company, so he can get thousands or lakhs of pre-sales because he has millions of followers across multiple social media platforms. So I'm not talking about you can become a Gary Vaynerchuk with millions of following in 3 years, because we are focusing how to become a millionaire in 3 years. But even if you get a fraction of that, you can start building your business and you can gain momentum over a period of time. So if you do this, you have a momentum in your business, you are getting some sales at a day. And let me ask you one question to you. If you think you want to make huge in the business in the long run, then how much sales do you need every day? Or if you want to become a millionaire in 3 years, then how much sales you need per day for your product or services? I hope you got the answer. The answer is around 25 to 30 sales a day only. I know you thought like I need 1,000 sales to become a millionaire or lakhs of sales. No, you just need 25 to 30 consistent sales over the period of 3 years and you can become a millionaire. Okay, so just starting out, first point is welcome to the grind. Till here you build the product, you searched about the audience, but what you need to do, you just need to focus on 2 points. Pick the product to sell it. Pick the product to sell it. Pick the product to sell and sell it. That's how. Till this point you researched a lot of demographics in your PPTs in your hand, but now you need to take the action. So in this phase you need to just upload your website, you just need to upload your content on across multiple social media platforms, as well as you need to connect with Amazon FBA, something like that, where you can showcase your products or services to the customers. So when they go to your content and they go back to the link you shared to the content, so they can visit your website and purchase the product or services. Once you do this, when you get any customer, you just need to connect with them, get the review, enhance your product, again connect to the people, get the review, enhance the product. That's how thing is going to work. You need to focus on every sale. Just like in the starting, when you are just starting out, maybe it will take you around 3 to 4 days to get a single sale, but afterwards you will be getting some sales every day. Afterwards you will be getting some sales every hour. Afterwards you will be getting some sale every minute. So that's how you need to build the momentum. But for this, what you need to do, sometimes in the business you just need to give up the long-term part. You just need to focus on the short term. If you focus on the short term, now you will focus that I need to get sales. So you will connect with the people, you will post content, you will message them, you will call them, your ideal audience, and that's how you are going to get the sales. So in the starting, when you launched your product, you just need to connect with the people, you just need to message them, you need to let them know there is an expert in the market who is helping them to get the transformation in their life, something like that. If they get to know about you, afterwards they can start trusting you. If they don't know about you, then they are not going to trust you. So in this process, you just need to connect with them, help them to gain. There is a person in the market who is helping them to get the transformation in their life. Afterwards, you can focus on the more. So here comes the second point, how to generate sales from a day one. I know starting the business from day one is pretty difficult, and when you are not getting sales, you are not doing business. Honestly, no matter how much better product or service you have, if you are not getting sales, you are not going to make it huge in the business. So let me break down this thing. You don't need to be a social media celebrity in order to start the business or sell out the product or services from day one. What you need to do, you just need enough eyeballs on your product or services. You just need enough people who know about you, about your brand, about the product or services. They can easily understand what transformation you are helping them out, specifically what problems you are trying to solve, about which customer segment, and that's how they are going to purchase your product or services. But before that, in my last 5 years of entrepreneurship journey, I literally saw there are almost 80% of the people who started out like building good products, researching about the peoples, about the customers, but when it comes to get sales, they are not connecting with the people. They start feeling anxious, they start feeling nervous that they are not getting sales in the business, how they are going to make it huge, whether they are going to be successful in the business or not, will they able to stand their business at all or not. There are a couple of questions just running in their mind, and they are not going to make it anything. So what I usually do, have long-term goals in your business, but on the short-term phase, you just need to focus on sales. Once you have the product, once you have the targeted audience, once you have ready PPTs to show them the transformation you can bring in their life, now the ultimate focus is to get sales. Connect with maximum people you can ever connect. Just have a conversation with them. If you get customers, get reviews, enhance your product, have more conversations with them. That's how you are going to get sales from day one. If you are not messaging people, if you are not connecting with people, if you are not showcasing product or services, if you are not making groups, you are not going to make it huge. Understand this point. You don't need to feel nervousness. You just need to take more actions. You just need to have a pig-headed focus to get sales. You just need to have conversation with multiple customers in a day, so you can increase those numbers and get some momentum and get some sales in your business. So the third point is getting over the hump. When you start out your business, when you have fantastic product, you will be getting a lot of humps in your business. What these humps actually represent, the problem, right? So you researched about your target audience, you have multiple things in your mind, you have fantastic product, fantastic PPTs which can tell them that what transformation you are going to give them in their life, right? But there will be problems, like maybe in the initial phase your product is not up to the mark. It is up to the mark according to you, not from your customer's perspective. You need to enhance it. Second, maybe you get run out of the money in your business. There are a couple of hurdles you are going to face. So what I really saw in my entrepreneurship journey, 70% people just crossed only one hump, and after that they quit. Only 10% of the people cross multiple humps, and only 3% of people cross any hump they ever get in their business. They are so focused, they are so brutally, you can say, making more efforts that they are going to succeed in their businesses no matter what industry they pick. So what you need to do is you need to stack the deck. You need to understand we have a 8-week timeline in front of us. We are 8 weeks away from our launch day. What we need to do, we need to build the audience. You need to post content on the social media platform. Now you need to focus on building groups. So when I started out my entrepreneurship journey back in 2018, so what I was doing is I started making some groups over Facebook, because Facebook was a trending social media platform at that moment. I started making a group about the bikes because I was too enthusiastic about the motorbikes. I was just posting content, people were having queries, I was just giving answers as free of cost. After 3 course of months, I understand that I have a good knowledge about this niche, so I need to build e-course because people are posting a lot of queries. So I collected the important questions. I have those queries with me. I have beautiful answers, just like the exact answers, the exact thing they need to do when they have any problem in their motorbike. I posted that e-course that was $10 a month, and people start purchasing it. I was so happy at that moment that some people really purchased my product, which I built in a course of 3 months. So I was too excited, but after that I understand there are multiple humps that I need to add more queries. I need to solve some queries at free of cost still. I need to connect with the people. So these are the hurdles you are going to face, but these groups can help you out to build the deck over the period of 8 weeks. So that's how you are going to make huge in the business. But now you need to understand how much eyeballs you need in the starting phase as a pre-sales or on your product or services to get better momentum in your business. So to understand how much eyeballs do you actually need, we are moving to the fourth point, which is how much audience do you need. So you need to understand how much initial customers you need before the launch day as a pre-sales to get momentum in your business. If you get 100 people sitting in a room who are eagerly waiting for your product, who are really want to have a transformation through your product or services in their life, then you are good to go. But how you are going to get 100 customers? If you remember, I said we have 8 weeks of time before the launch period. So what you need to do, you just need to start building some social groups. Just like I started with the Facebook group, you can manage some LinkedIn groups, Facebook groups, and some other social media groups, as well as some social media content also. Through that, you can get some eyeballs, you have some personal contacts, and you have some influencers. So the ideal rule of getting 100 people a day, 100 people as a pre-sales is 1000 social media audience, one influencer who has 10,000 to 20,000 followers, who can post stories about your product or services, or can share any carousel about your product or services, that how your product or services is going to make an impact in the customer's life. Okay, and the last is having 10 personal contacts. So I'm repeating this number again: 1000 social media audience, 10 personal contacts, one influencer having 10k to 20k following is equals to 100 customers as pre-sales. If you are able to get this thing, trust me, you are going to make it huge in the business. What actually people do is they research about the customers, they research about the niche, they do everything to build their fantastic product. But what they expect is they are not going to post content, they are not going to engage with the customers, and they want internet to reign the customers in their businesses. That is not going to happen. That is not a practical thing. If you are not getting sales, you are not going to make it huge. So what you need to do, you need to make maximum interactions with maximum customers. That's how you are going to get better, right? So just implement this thing, have a conversation with multiple customers, just try to connect with maximum customers. I remember that thing, like when I had a client, Stevia. So she was in the yoga mat industry, she was selling some yoga stuff, but later, like, she was not able to become successful in her business. So after 2 years of her business, she decided to bring yoga mat, a better yoga mat which is waterproof and other stuff. Like, there are a lot of functionalities in the yoga mat, and she started building the audience rather than just pushing out the product on the market. She started building those groups, she started building some audience, and that's how she gets some initial pre-sales. And when you get some initial pre-sales, Amazon and other websites also help you to rank your product on a first, second, or third search. So that's how she get initial momentum. Afterwards, she were having a conversation with the customers, and she were enhancing the product. On around 2.5 years of her business of selling those yoga mats and some additional stuff, she started 1 year later. After selling the yoga mat, she was a millionaire, literally in 2.5 years, not in 3 years, just in 2.5 years. So the ideal way she worked on is researched about the market, build the best product, stacking the deck, having a conversation with the people, and that's how she ruled the market. So these 8 weeks is going to decide whether you are going to make it huge in the business or not. If you have initial people, you will make it huge. Otherwise, you will face a lot of trouble in your business. So I helped you to understand how to stack the deck. These are the only 3 to 4 important points, but later on I'm going to share 4 more important points to stack the deck betterly. But before that, if you are just building out your business, you need to understand how to raise fund if you are just pursuing your business journey, because in the middle of that you will run out of money and you need funds. How to get those funds, I uploaded a video, just watch it now. How to get funds in your business.